through the history of humanity, we have experienced rise and falls of civilizations. And each time there's a renaissance, then civilization peaks with that energy, and then it goes into trauma, decline, and collapse. And that's a mirror of a cycle of worlds, because we learn that through the Great Flood, which really happened, through the Great Fire, through the Ice Age, worlds ended. And they were obliterated from the records of our knowledge and our memory of the history of Earth. But we're beginning to understand now there were worlds before our world. Now we'll take it one step forward. What if there were creations before our creation? And what if the rise and fall of civilization is actually a mirror of what happens when a supernova or when a universe collapses into a black hole? Now we're going into the cosmic mind, because we know that universes have collapsed into black holes. We can see it now. Well, why are we getting to see that when we didn't see it 100 years ago?
Yeah.
It's because by witnessing it, we can understand something that is at work, a phenomena of the universe, of the cosmos that is at work, that we didn't understand or even conceive when we thought that the planet was flat.
So these end times are really like a new beginning, an opportunity. Although mankind is duality and a lot of negative things are happening, but at the same time consciousness is growing and a lot of love is inputted into this earth. Is there anything concrete you can tell to the people, to mankind, what they can do in the coming days? Because there's a lot of focus on things which have to be transformed, but at the same time I'm thinking people are forgetting to do the right thing and the good thing which you don't have to transform, which is being nice to each other, love each other, putting nice music out, and that's what I think.
Well, when we can understand that the genesis that we're in right now is a process of the mind of creation expanding, that we are responding to a whole new aspect of creation, birthing, which I call the ninth creation. That instead of the universe folding, instead of going into a black hole or having Armageddon, that we are actually in a genesis, a birth. And when people can conceive that basic truth, then they can see the world in a different way, which is we are birthing something new.
So it's
this is the birth.
It's literally not like going into a black hole, but into a birth channel and expanding outside.
It's going into a birth channel and expanding beyond what we've ever experienced. And maybe this world that we're living in is all that we've ever known, that our souls have ever known. But when we conceive this concept that the mind of the universe is telling me, tell people they're birthing and they're responding to the birth of a new creation. Not a new cycle of creation, but a new creation.
New creation on itself.
And then, you know, anybody who's been in a birth, it can be pretty difficult. And you know, everybody has to get around the mom and encourage her and breathe and be together, because the birthing experience is getting to be more of like your children when they were born. People came and shared the love and encouraged your wife to bring these beautiful babies into the world. Well, that's the atmosphere and, in fact, the attitude that people can adopt right now. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, history's going to repeat itself. We're just going to go into collapse again. Everything's going to go down the drain. Everything's terrible. Instead of that, shift our perspective today. Through this interview, I'm inviting people to shift their perspective. We are birthing something new and wonderful, and it is oneness, universal peace. It is a vibration of creation, because creation is made new. Made new. And so Genesis means we have a primal vibration again. And everything starts fresh in the hologram. Everything is like this force. It's primal. You can smell the sweetness of it. You can feel it. And this vibration is being sent out from the heart of creation. And we are feeling the heart of creation. we are responding to the heart of creation. So I ask and invite people to tune into this field, to actually take the opportunity to expand their own thoughts beyond limits, beyond self-will, beyond prophecies of the past, and now invite people to open up and receive that pulse of energy from the heart of cosmic source that assures you from the wisdom of the universe, creation is birthing oneness. And we are experiencing that.
For the first time.
Yes, as we were experiencing a school of separation and duality, now we are birthing a new creation. Because before that new creation could be birthed, separation had to be resolved. You know, it's just kind of like an old film that, you know, when we were kids, we'd sit in the theater, you know, and every once in a while the light bulb would get too hot on the film. And so the, you know, and the film would start burning and they'd run and crank it real quick and then we'd go on with the show. So yes, we're having a time where we're seeing the distortion, we're feeling the heat, you know.
We're seeing what's wrong, we also want to change.
But yes,
more than ever.
The hologram is moving on. And if we can understand that we are a hologram, and we're not stuck in the little place where it got too hot now. The film's not going to be destroyed this time.
We can let that go.
We can let it go. It's in the past, and we can focus on the opportunity to co-create through consciousness, allowing ourselves the gift of being peace, allowing ourselves the gift of hope and faith in each other. And that's the greatest thing we can do, because from that point, all things are possible.
To choose on what we want to create and manifest in this world, the good things, instead of identifying with all the negative things going all around us, because that's expanding also, so we can transform, because we have to see it.
We have to see it, but if we get stuck in it, we're like that camera that burns up the film. Now, our invitation is not to make the film, to let creation make the film, but to play in the role of love, of generosity, of compassion, because it is what will be natural for humanity. And many people speak of the old blueprint for humanity as being the Adam Kadam blueprint. And now the cosmic mind tells me our DNA is being encoded to what's called the Eva Adam Kadam blueprint, which is the blueprint of beloved unity. And so if we can participate on that level of that leaf that's floating down to the water right now, and know that as we float down to the water, the current of this peaceful stream will move us, and we don't have to do it all right now. Our opportunity is to be receptive to these cosmic forces.
So these are moving times, but at the same time we are being moved by the cosmos and being carried. So we have to have the trust to let that go and just go with the flow, because otherwise it's resistance and it will not take us anywhere.
And it is the leap of faith that we're all asked to make. And every time any of us make the leap of faith and find that we're not meeting devastation, it's evidence that the whole of creation is in that pattern, that holographic pattern. So hopefully this is a little bit of practical understanding about the holographic universe and quantum physics and all these things.
What I call the real reality.
Yeah, the real reality and perceptual
multidimensional
reality.
realms,
But it's important that we are not fooled by our own personalities in thinking that we can dictate reality right now. We can participate with the unfoldment of a natural phenomenon. We could be like a rose in a rose garden. But when we feel that we have to control things, we're resisting the flow of universal consciousness. And so the first thing that I suggest is let go of control. Let go of control. And for, you know, a wife and mother of 6 children, that was a big lesson for me. I always thought I had to be the one-man band, and I had to be in control. But suddenly we're learning, because the universe is teaching us to let go of control. Forgiveness and all that good stuff.
The good stuff.
Thank you.
So I have to let go of the fact that maybe this was all not recorded, but in that case, I still had a great time. And I want to thank you, and I want to thank you, Judith.
Thank you, God.